What up, what up, what up? It's your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. That's right, y'all. It's your boy, the Options Boss, sliding up on y'all. I hope all is good. I hope you guys enjoyed your day today. And I hope you guys made some money and ready to study so we can be prepared to get some money tomorrow. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to talk to you about where the market is right now and a couple of things we're looking for. And I'm also going to give you guys 3 plays that could possibly make you some money going forward the next week, next couple weeks, next month, whatever the case may be. So, with that being the case, guys, you already know how it go. Veterans of the channel, go down below, like the video, drop a comment. Every time you do, your support helps my channel grow, and for that, I appreciate you guys so much. Also, watch this entire video from beginning to end. When you watch this entire video from beginning to end, you're going to learn throughout the entire process, and the YouTube algorithm is going to love me. So for that, I love you.
Oh, yeah.
Also, newbies to the channel, if you're interested in the stock market, if you're interested in trading options, I'm your boy. I'm the Options Boss. I'm going to give you the game from A to Z and let you know how the thing go. What you need to do is you need to go down below. You need to subscribe to this channel. You need to click the notification bell. And you need to click all notifications. And when you do that, YouTube is going to make sure you get these Get Money Jewels I drop first things first, right off the press, so you can put these game plans and strategies right into play the very next day as soon as the market opens. Trust me, the last thing you want is to see me make a video about a play that's going to pop and you catch the video 3 days later and a play already popped off. You don't want that. So definitely hit that notification bell and click all notifications and you won't have that problem. Now, that being said, guys, it was a crazy day to start the week in the market, as it usually is. SPY started out really bullish. QQQ started out really bullish. And it basically was a bull trap. The market pulled back. And when the market pulled back, it essentially went sideways the rest of the day. I believe we got as low as 466.25 on SPY. And after the pullback, I believe we might have got as high as about 467, like 40 or something along those lines. It was definitely a really tight range. Now, as options traders, when it's trading in that tight range, it's really hard to make money. So you got to be careful. Now, us in the paid options group chat, we were fortunate. We swung a couple plays that really popped off for us this morning. TTD being one of them. Dash being another, and it really kind of set the tone for us. CGC, Tilray, all those plays popped in the morning, and we was able to lock in profit on those plays in the morning, and that really set the tone for our day. Now, with that being said, there's still money to be made when the market is tight. You just got to be really selective, and you got to be really smart about when you enter these plays. Now, entries is one of the most important things you got to know as an options trader. And if you're not familiar with, how to enter trades and all that, it's really all about the charts. It's all about knowing what levels that a stock needs to be at for you to enter without you getting your head chopped off. And if you're not really familiar with knowing charts and things like that, you really need to sign up for my Tier 3 YouTube channel membership. I drop videos all the time explaining charts, explaining when I'm looking to enter on certain plays, and explaining why I want to enter at a certain spot on these plays. Now, as fate may have it, tonight after I do this video, I'm going to drop another video for my Tier 3 channel membership on YouTube. And in that video, I'm going to be breaking down 3 more plays that I'm not in my paid options group chat, and I may not even get in these plays in my paid option group chat. These could just be personal plays that I'm going to get in. Of course, if you're in Tier 3, you're going to have access to these personal plays, and you'll know what levels I'm looking for. So if you see these levels hit, you know to jump into plays. And if you don't see the levels hit, you know to stand on the side and just wait and be patient. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. You guys definitely want to sign up for Tier 3. But before we even get to Tier 3, I told you guys that I got 3 plays for you here that I'm giving you for free that I want you guys to check out and see if it can make you some money in the next week, next 2 weeks, next month, whatever the case may be. And when I break these plays down for you guys, again, because I want you guys to learn when you watch my channel, I want you to look at the levels that I'm looking at, and I want you to understand why I'm saying that these plays might be interesting plays. And the reason why I want you to understand the why is because if you understand the why, if you can learn how to fish on your own, you'll never, ever, ever, ever have to be taught that by someone else. So that's my goal here, is I want to help you guys learn. I want to help you guys grow. And you get the most of that in tier 3, but I do try to do it as I can in my YouTube regular channel. So that being the case, guys, I got these 3 plays. We're definitely going to jump into these 3 plays, and we're going to jump into these 3 plays right now. Alright guys, so the first play that I got for y'all is Square. Now, if you look at Square's chart, which I'm going to show you guys right here, Square just been dumping down ever since it hit the top of this descending trend line. It's just dump, 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 and it even lost support right here and went all the way down. If we could find a low of 225, that being a low. So what happened was around this 225 area, if you look across the chart, right where that line is, right there, if you look at that 225 area, let me see if I can get it back. There we go. If you see, that says 225.54. Around that area, you'll see a good amount of support if you just look all the way across the screen. And when you see that support, what that tells me is that Square could possibly be at a bottom. And that's fine. But when it's at a bottom, you don't want to jump in just because it's at a bottom. What you want to do is you want to see a sign of reversal. When you see a sign of reversal, that's when you want to jump in. That's when you want to get calls and you want to see what happens. So fast forward to today, and this candle right here that I'm on, and this candle is a sign of a potential reversal. And the reason being is because it gaps up a bit and the wick takes it back above that trend line, which would give it a little bit of support in that area. So that's a great sign. Now this candle right here, it went as high as 238. It went as low as 228, and it finished at 233. So it finished in that middle area. However, 233 would be the highest finish that Square has had since, you got to go back to November the 8th. So you're talking about a week, and you'll see right here the finish of 236. That would be the highest. That would be the highest finish they've had in a week. So for me, when I see this, I think Square is reversing. Because I think Square is reversing, I want to be in calls and I want to run this thing up a little bit. I know if Square gets going, it could get to 245, it could get to 250 with no problem. So I want to be a part of that process if it's going to happen. Now, that being the case, like I said, this candle finished at 233. If we so happen to finish lower than this, or if we dip lower than this at any time, then maybe it's not a reversal yet. Maybe it's a fake out. And then at that point, maybe you got to abort mission. But if you catch Square higher than 233 at any point going forward over the next few weeks, that could be the reversal. And you might want to jump in and make some money on calls. Now, this next play I'm going to give you guys is going to be very, very, very similar to Square. And I want to show you now that play is PayPal. Now, guys, PayPal, almost the exact same thing. Big dump down right here on earnings. Way down there to the point where you could barely see it on the chart. Now, we dumped down so bad that our low was in this 201 area. Yeah, right here. We got the low of 201.48. And I'll show you that right up top on the screen on November the 12th. So, in this area, you can see that PayPal is hitting the bottom. And that's great. But, again, you don't want to jump in until you see some type of reversal. Now, this candle right here, if you look, it got as high as 212.40, and that was at open. So ever since then, it's been pulling back, and that's fine. But we fast forward to the other day, to Friday, and when we got to Friday, you see this candle got to 201.48, but the high went up to 210.02. So that lets me know that PayPal was thinking about reversing. Because of that, we were able to jump into a couple calls on Friday, and we made some money on a couple of those calls on Friday. But the candle that really interests me is this candle right here. And this is a Doji candle. Now, a Doji candle means indecision, guys. So if you see a Doji candle, that means the bulls are not sure if they're buying or the bears are not sure if they're selling. However, that being the case, in this case, I believe it's a good sign for PayPal that that candle is there. And I'll show you why. It opened at 212.06. It got as high as 214. It went as low as 210.71. And it closed at 212.54. Now, the close at 212.54 is higher than the high of this candle right here that was a part of this downtrend, which was 212.40. Getting as high as 214 is a place that they have not been in a while, and there is a gap to fill above. Now, on a daily chart, you can't even really see the next level that it would be support. That would be on a weekly chart. And if I went over to the weekly chart, or should I say that would have been resistance. So if I went over to the weekly chart, which I just clicked on, you'll see that they got some possible resistance right here around this level of 219.32. If you can see that. You could just call it 220 because this candle was 220.57. So you could just say they got some resistance around 220. So that means hypothetically this could run up from 210, 212 where it closed at, up to 220 with no real resistance. If this is indeed a true reversal, which I believe it is. However, same scenario as square. If this were to lose that 210 area, maybe it's not a reversal. Maybe it was a fake out. However, the fact that it came up so strong on Friday and the fact that it had some positive push today makes me think that PayPal is ready to reverse. And if it's ready to reverse, I want to be in with some calls and you want to be in with some calls so we can both get some money. Finally, guys, if you're still with me, I appreciate you. I want to give you one final stock that I think is going to make us some money. And this one is a little bit different than the other two. Nevertheless, it'll still be effective. And that play, guys, is snow. Now, this is the daily chart on snow right here. And what you will see, I like to start right here, is this ascending trend line going up, 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 all the way up. And the reason why that's interesting and the reason why snow is potentially a good scenario is because right here you'll have, if you look at these three candles from this candle, and this candle, it's sort of forming like a bull flag. You got the flag right, or you got the pole right there, and then you got the flag right there with this candle and this guy. And then what happens is we gap up. And when we gap up, we pass that ascending trend, which means we're breaking out. Now, snow is a stock that has been picking up volume lately, and that's always a good thing. And it's a stock that can run up $10, $15, $20 on any given day if it has the right volume and the right catalyst. So the fact that it had the bull flag on a daily, the fact that it broke out above the ascending trend, you see this candle right here, opened at 377, went as high as 386, and it closed at 386. And then what do you do after that? Do you pull back? You get another green candle. And this green candle opened at 385.84, went as high as 394, and closed at 393. So it's a lot of momentum on snow right now, guys. You got the bull flag set up. You got the breakout of the ascending trend. I'm definitely interested in snow. Full disclosure, I got my paid options group chat in snow, and I think we're going to make some great money off of that play. Guys, if you see snow and it's in a situation, granted, I'm not telling you to chase it because the RSI is smoking hot right now. The RSI is 74. However, if you see it on any type of a pullback, you may want to jump in snow and see if you could get some calls. However, if you see it with any type of momentum, you may also want to jump in and get a call. But in that case, you got to watch it and you got to know if this thing reverses on you, you got to get out. You got to cut your loss before it becomes a big loss. That's what you got to do. So, guys, keep these 3 plays in mind. Definitely go to my tier 3 because I got 3 more plays that we are not in my paid options group chat. And I'm going to share those plays with the guys in tier 3 and explain to them why they could be potential moves for us in tier 3. And I want you guys to all gain this information. So, with that being said, guys, you can always be a boss with the options boss. And you already know I'm a holler when I holler.